Hillary Vaughn, thank you so much. Let's welcome back to the show Congressman Carlos Gimenez from House Homeland Security. Okay, Congressman, we just played at the top of this block a report about FBI Director Christopher Wray, along with other intelligence officials testifying before the Senate Intelligence Select Committee on human smugglers at the border with potential ties to ISIS, potentially bringing terrorists in. But now you got the Treasury Department circulating a list of hate groups, basically telling banks, monitor conservative groups like the Family Research Council, Liberty Council, the Federation for American Immigration Reform as hate groups and domestic terrorists? Really?
Yeah, it shows you that they're more concerned with that and political ideology than they are real terrorists. We've had a 2,500% increase in the number of people on the terrorist watch list during the Biden administration that we know of. Plus, remember, Liz, there's about 2 million people that have crossed the border that we have absolutely no idea who they are. And it only took 19 terrorists to perpetrate, September 11th. So, yeah, we've got a problem on our hands, and and the FBI director knows that we have a problem on our hands.
But they're going after, the government is going after Christian and conservative organizations in this dragnet. As you just noted, when real terrorists have been caught crossing the southern border by the hundreds.
Right. And so, again, it's this administration has got its priorities, all wrong. Plus, this administration, I do believe this is one way to try to silence the critics of the administration, silence those people that, that are exercising their First Amendment rights. And so, this is another step in the Biden administration in trying to, curtail, silence, reduce their opponents. And so again, it's totally un-American, and we should really be up in arms about it.
So watchdog groups worried about crime. Again, the border problem is a crime problem, hurting minority neighborhoods and cities nationwide. So a group of House Republicans fired off a very pointed letter to the Biden White House saying you got to immediately stop that program that you ramped up, flying in more than 320,000 illegal immigrants into the U.S. via that CBP One app, that phone app. So are they vetting them? If we've got now intelligence officials worried about terrorist groups being smuggled in by human smugglers at the border, are those individuals being vetted, those 320,000?
Well, I don't know how or the way they're being vetted, but I can tell you this, that with the numbers that are just crossing the border, there's no way they're being vetted because they're being granted mass parole. Parole is supposed to be done on a one-to-one basis. The CBP doesn't have those resources, and so they're being inundated and overwhelmed by the policy of the Biden administration, and so they're being led into the country. Yeah, so I doubt that they're being vetted on a one-to-one basis. I think they're just being allowed into the United States, and in there are probably people that want to do us harm.
I got to get to this. Democrat senators, reportedly led by Chuck Schumer, blocked Senator Bill Hagerty's amendment to the government funding bill that would require the Census Bureau to only count U.S. citizens for House seats and Electoral College votes. I mean, the census counts illegal immigrants when they decide how many House seats and Electoral College votes each state gets. So, I mean, if you're talking as many as 10 million coming in under Biden's historic border collapse, that could, Senator Hagerty said that could be 13 extra congressional districts. This doesn't sound fair at all.
No, and also, where are they headed? If they're heading into blue states, and that means that the blue states will end up getting more House seats, and the red states less House seats. And so again, it could be maybe this is maybe part of the whole strategy. Bring in a whole bunch of new immigrants, illegal immigrants, flood them into blue states, give them more for the next census count, and so. Yeah, that's troubling. And look, if immigrants or undocumented immigrants were not in the count, I think that California may have lost may lose 10 seats. And so again, that throws the balance of power. Look, we only have a couple of seats here with the majority for the Republicans. That really will affect the balance of power in Congress.
Again, this is about legal immigration, supporting legal immigrants who come in. They think it's unfair what's going on. Congressman Gimenez, thank you so much. Very dangerous stuff we were just talking about. We're going to stay on these themes.